Hi, thank you for coming in.
Hi.
Take a seat.
Thank you.
Hi. So before we start our intake interview, my name is Beatriz Trevino. I'm here at Texas Tropical. I'm going to do your intake assessment to see what services we have available for you today. Can you please start by providing me your name?
Sure, Tony Rodriguez.
Okay. And before you came in here, we did provide you with an informed consent. Is that correct?
Yes.
Now, just to clarify here, an informed consent is going to give you all the information about our counseling services, and it also has our confidentiality agreement here, which lets you know that anything that you provide, any information that you disclose is confidential. No one is it's not going to leave the room. However, there are a few clauses to this. If for any reason or at any moment I feel like anything that you're mentioning is a threat to you or a threat to others, I will have to break that confidentiality agreement and report it to my supervisors or the correct personnel so that we can help you, you know?
Okay.
So, again, thank you for coming in. Now, who referred you to this agency for starters?
It was actually close family that referred me to get services after they noticed some subtle changes in my behavior regarding my, my condition.
Okay, and what is your condition?
I have a substance use disorder.
Okay.
Yeah, I've had it for maybe 10 years now. And, at first I didn't necessarily thought it was that big of a condition. But like I said, after talking with family and friends, I think that it was best for me to come receive treatment.
Okay, I understand that. Now, when you say that you have a condition, so you started drinking 10 years ago, you said?
Yeah, so I was about maybe 20,
okay,
going on 21, and I did start using alcohol and cocaine a lot. Mainly in my work. I work out of this city, and mostly on weekends. I started using it. It started off gradual, but then I kind of noticed a habit forming, and now I have a very hard time controlling it or staying sober for more than a couple weeks at a time.
Okay.
So yeah, I think it constitutes a disability or a condition at this point.
Well, thank you for coming in and seeking help. It does take a lot for someone to accept that they have a problem and that they need help from someone else. Mm-hmm. Now, prior to you having this substance abuse disorder, maybe when you were younger, did you have any issues with drinking or drugs?
Actually, no, that's the strange thing. When I was in high school, I never really even liked to drink or never did drugs at any point. I didn't like it, and I came from a background of drug use with some members of my family, so I kind of stayed away from it when I was young, or in my school years, and it basically originated, like I said, when I was at work or when I was about 20.
Okay.
Yeah.
And how about your parents? Did they expose you to anything like that?
Yeah, I think one factor that kept me away at a young age was my father. He did. I came from a single-parent household, and he did medicate himself, self-medicate with alcohol, and I believe it was prescription pills a lot. I think it was just the amount of workload that he had that caused him to self-medicate in a way where it did become a problem, and I kind of didn't want to go down that road, but unfortunately I did. So
you feel that his stress level is what caused him to have that?
Yeah, definitely the amount of stress he was going through.
How did that affect you growing up?
Well, I mean, I think when I was young, I did have some anger towards him because I didn't understand the reason for his drug use. I think, I would think to myself that he was unhappy with us, or maybe he was mad at me or my siblings. But, now that I'm older, I think it was...
You're more understanding.
Yeah, I'm more understanding of this situation.
And you're married now? Yes,
I am married. I've been married for 6 years.
Okay. Any children?
No, I don't have children at the moment.
Okay. And how is your marriage going?
It has its ups and downs, I think. A lot of it is because of this problem, but, my wife is supporting at times, and she is one of my driving factors to receive help and, become sober. I don't want to have to lose her and, be by myself, because then I think I would really go down or out of control.
Okay. Do you find yourself comparing yourself to your father or anything like that?
I do find the resemblance. I think I have noticed, especially over the last couple of years, some characteristics that I saw in him when I was a child that I start seeing in myself, and then I get, I get very upset at myself for letting me become, or show those characteristics. I think some of them are maybe like my mood is different. When I'm sober, I get angry for no reason. Sometimes I blame stuff on my wife or my friends that are really my problem. I also, it's mainly the mood, but I also feel like I distance myself from people just to go and, drink or maybe hang around with the wrong group of people that I shouldn't be hanging around with just so I can, self-medicate or use alcohol and cocaine.
Okay. And how is your relationship with your mother?
My mother, she actually left when I was young. I think that's one of the reasons my dad had a lot of his plate since he was, raising us by himself. I think that's what caused him to use drugs. But no, I haven't talked to my mom in a while. I haven't really attributed my situation with that. Maybe it is. I'm not sure.
Does it affect you to not have your mother?
Right now, I think it doesn't because it's just been so long. I've been maintaining myself, or taking care of myself for a long time that I haven't thought about that. But I think it did initially maybe plant a seed in me to have these self-destructing behaviors for sure.
And you have a good relationship with your father?
Now I do, yes, because I came to understanding of his situation. I don't think I want to hold a grudge with him for something that happened to me.
Right. And how long has it been since you've had a good relationship with him?
Probably like 5 years.
Okay.
Yeah, I started talking to him about 5 years ago.
So you have a good support system for you?
Yeah, I believe so. At the moment, I think so.
Okay. Excellent. Okay. And now you said that you started your substance abuse when you started working. Where do you say you work?
Oh yeah, so I work in North Texas in a crude oil and gas refinery. I've been working there for 10 years now. And
do you live there with someone?
Yeah, I do live with a couple friends. Well, since it's we go and come back, or sometimes the jobs change, we have to rent a house, and I do live with a couple coworkers from there.
And how is the relationship there?
Well, right now I kind of feel like it's not that great. I think I realized that my drug use started because of this. I actually started using drugs because of the acquaintances or coworkers that I lived with. They actually introduced me to drugs. And right now it's okay because it's been such a long time. I don't even live with the people that got me into it, but I still hang around those people and they still use drugs. So, I feel it's kind of a bitter-sweet relationship because I do work with them and they're good people, but there's drug use prevalent in the place where we lived while we work.
Okay, but right now your living situation is not that?
No, right now I'm trying to distance myself from that, so.
Okay. Is there any past medical history or disabilities, impairments that I need to be aware of?
No past medical history or disabilities. I actually never even liked to go to the doctor, but, whenever I did go, it was pretty average, normal person, I guess.
Okay. And do you see any issues, any impairments that are being caused by your substance abuse disorder at this time?
Maybe an issue that I do notice is, because of the amount of drugs that I do use, I do feel real tired all the time. Sometimes after a long night of heavy drug use, I do wake up very late, not really wanting to do anything. Don't spend time with my wife, which I should, but mainly that the physical effect definitely on my body has taken a toll from the drug use.
Okay. And what does your wife think about you coming and getting help right now?
She's ecstatic. She's very happy for me, and I'm happy she's still with me. So that's I'm happy I have that support system behind me.
What are you trying to get out of the services that we provide here? What do you hope to get from this?
Well, sobriety, for one, for sure, sobriety, and I do want professionals or maybe someone just to for me to be held accountable for my actions. I don't want to let other people down. I think if I maybe search for a counseling service or other people that have gone through what I've gone through, that it's going to give me a new perspective and it's going to give me motivation to stay sober.
Exactly. Thank you. I see where you're coming from. Definitely the most important part is seeking help, acknowledging that you have a problem. Here at Texas Tropical, we're going to try our best to provide services for you. As far as payment for our services, we do accept Medicaid, Medicare. Many services are available through a sliding scale fee, so you don't have to worry. We do not refuse services to someone because they can't pay. We will try to help you out as much as possible. I'm going to go ahead and assess your intake form and see what services we have available for you. I'm going to go ahead and let you out into the lobby, and I'll call you back in a few minutes. Is that okay?
Yeah, that sounds great.
Awesome. Thank you so much for coming in today.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.